Yeah. We
Yeah.
Hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, it's your boy, man. It's your boy, man. West Coast and the Three Migos of Cowboy content, man. Had to take a little 24-inch sabbatical yesterday off the live, but we still hit y'all with a gang of content. And HTM Sports and Landlord was live all over the place yesterday. So I know y'all was not forsaken yesterday. But
back.
hey, we are back. You feel me? We are back. It is your boy West Coast with HTM Sports, my boy Landlord from Alabama, man, and we live in the building. You feel me? You feel me? So
Yes.
how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing this morning? This good old cowboy morning, man. How's everybody doing today, man?
Man,
I'm
I'm
doing
feeling
excellent.
good, man.
Doing excellent.
That's what's up. T Smooth, what's up with you? HTM Sports, what's up with you, my guy? I love seeing everything working out. I figured out, man. I have between the rolling blackouts, I gotta be honest with y'all, because I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I believe in the film, and when the film ain't real, we gotta go back and correct it. You know what I'm saying? I got a confession now. I got a confession before we get into this now. I know I've been saying it was rolling blackouts, fellas, but guess what it was, fellas?
What it was.
West Coast tried to go cheap, y'all. I
Ah,
tried I tried to go cheap, y'all.
you
I
can't.
bought. I went to the swap meet and bought one of these surge protector, one of these big old 24 plug 24 plug adapters. And he said it was from Mexico. And I said, well,
Mm.
damn, I got a lot of stuff from Mexico and it all works good. This must have been from the other Mexico. But yeah, man, that mess was literally. I opened it up right now. That mess was melted on the inside, bro. That mess was melted in the inside. So yeah, bro. Like praise God, it turned off because I'd rather it turn off than burn my house down. So God be the glory, right? Hey, but yo, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do. First thing you guys must do is you must hit that share button. So I need everybody right now, no matter where you're watching at, I need you guys to go in there and I need you guys to hit that share button. What is sharing? Sharing just lets you, it shares it all over the world so that everybody can know that we are live. You guys know these platforms, they don't always send the share, they don't always notify everybody. I don't know why they do that, but they don't always notify everybody. So we need you guys to notify. We ain't gonna trust Facebook to notify us, nobody, or YouTube. What's up, Justin? We gonna trust you guys to send those shares out. So I need everybody right now that's watching to hit the share button. Cowboys got 5 Super Bowls, so everybody is required to shoot. Everybody is required to send out one share for every Super Bowl, and then one share for that next one. So that's a total of 5 plus 1. That's 6 shares. So think of 6 people you want to share this content with right now. And then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna count to 6. We're gonna count down from 6. When I get to 1, everybody should have shared by then. All right, ready? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You feel me? Everybody should have been shared. Next thing I need you guys to do is there's these thing called stars and super chats. What are stars and super chats? Stars and super chats are just a way for you, the content watchers, to show the content creators that you guys rock with the content, that you guys actually want to see this content grow, that you guys are going to support when we go out here to the draft to bring you guys that content like nobody else can bring it to you. You feel me? So that's the next thing I need you guys to do. No, what I'm about to do is I'm about to go through here. I'm gonna say you guys' name as I say your name, whether you're on HTM, Landlord Sports, or that's everybody, HTM or Landlord or West Coast Cowboy. I was like, I forgot myself. Um, no matter where you are, I just need you guys to hit that star button or hit that super chat button. And then also, if you look down here in our names, you see our cash apps right there in our name. I'll start making Henny HTM. I can actually update yours for you. But HTM, put your cash app in your name right there. But you see by our name, we got all our cash apps right there. So if you can't send stars, you can't send super chat. Don't trip. Don't trip. Just hit that cash app. Your boy, just hit that cash app. All right, so let's go, man. I'm gonna say your name, hit the cash app, hit the stars, or hit the super chat. You feel me? So I got Joseph Warren over there keeping us on. Appreciate you, sir. I got Maurice Jacobs. Thank you, my boy. OG Darren Certain. What's up with you, sir? April Barnes. What's up with you? Michael Brown. I got my guy Justin Hitchens hitting that star button aggressively. Emmanuel, appreciate you. Sean, what's up with you? Justin, Jonathan, always with the awesome video. Thank you, sir. OTD Pot, what's up with you, sir? I see you up there. Real ninja looking cowboy. I see you got the hoodie. He either a ninja or he Pooh Shiesty. I see you, man. All right. Tommy Montoya, what's up with your boy? Rich by Evans, what's up with you? Regina Green, what's up with you, Regina? Hey, Regina, where you watching from? Telling them where you watching from. Everybody right now, let me know where you watching from. ACM, let me know who's over there helping you guys pay bills.
Man, Joe Tranchina and T Smooth TV done tapped in with me, man. I got some more people watching, but they the only one that done put comments. But I appreciate everybody for the love.
Yes, sir. Landlord, who you got over there helping to keep them bills on, my guy?
Oh, shout out to everybody rocking over here with me, man. I got T Smooth, Steez, Fly, George Booney, DA Lee, DC4 Life X in the building, Gary Murphy. Shout out to everybody. And shout out to the people on Facebook that's rocking with me. I see somebody send me some stars. OTD Pot, shout out to you. Appreciate the stars and the love and support. Grady Dunaway, Jonathan Taylor, Joe Tranchina. Let's go.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Joe Tranchina, I need you to inbox me, you saying your name. I need you to send that to me. You want to know why?
Tranchina.
Yeah, I need Joe to send that to me because I've been saying it away, and now landlord come up in here and he's saying it away. Now he's saying he reading it off an official document. You know what I'm saying? Off that lease agreement of you being a Dallas Cowboy. Actually, that's more like a mortgage now. You know what I'm saying? I want to know who got mortgages on these Cowboys and who got leases. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? The difference of mortgages, a mortgage is them Cowboy fan that's saying, you know what, man? No matter what Jerry do, no matter what it is, I'm going to be real about, I'm going to treat these Cowboys just like my children. And how are we with our children? We keep it all the way real. Why? Because the Bible says the Lord chastens those who he loves. So guess what? Just like you be spanking that ass when them kids mess up because you love them, the same thing we do with these Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Now, we got some folks that just pay rent. What's pay rent mean? Pay rent mean, they Cowboy fans when, when we 11-0, we 12-0, Dak is on a run, we on a run, and then some weird stuff happened. We lose to the 49ers, and now you want to be mad and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? I need to know right now, do you have mortgage in these Cowboys, or are you renting? I ain't gonna lie, I'm mortgaged out the game right now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't took out four different goddamn contracts on this team. I didn't refinance like 3 times. The bank said we ain't giving you no more money.
Finances devoted it to these Cowboys, man. So it's been like this since I've been a human, almost. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what we say.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, getting to that draft, we're gonna do that with y'all support, so we appreciate y'all. But let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. So this is gonna be like a room. I should have called this the Dallas Cowboy rumor mill, because that's what that's what it's gonna be about. We're gonna be talking about some rumors, because a lot of this stuff has not been verified, nor has it happened. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. It's this time it's kind of like Christmas. Shout out to Lottie with the 500. Hey man, it's Friday, man. I got paid. I know y'all got paid. That boy Lottie, hey man, appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, but we looking at this. We looking at all these rumors, because listen, around this time it's kind of like Christmas, right? The days before Christmas, though, you know how you be looking at your gifts under Christmas, and you be like, I can almost figure that out. It looked like that might be a basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how many boxes get shaped like a basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you might see, but then when you open it up, you be like, dang, that's a pair of shoes that's wrapped up like a basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of false hopes and rumors, and that's all it is. Why? Because Christmas hasn't come. The season hasn't started. So let's go ahead and let's kind of step back and look at these rumors as gifts. And let's try to figure out if some of this stuff is really what it looked like and what it ain't and what it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at this Christmas tree right now, and I see a rumor. And I see a dude, and he got his shirt kind of up. I ain't gonna lift my shirt up now, because I've been working out, but I'm not ready yet. Give me to July, I'll lift my shirt up. You know what I'm saying? But I got a Christmas gift up under there that looked like a dude with a half shirt on. It looked like it got a crazy nose ring on it. Got a number 21, I think.
Wait, we got breaking news real quick, man. Joe Tranchina said that West Coast is the only one that says my name right. LandLord and Henny says it a little bit wrong.
So he said Joe Tranchina. That's what you say, West. Joe Tranchina.
Time out real quick. See, now you put me on the spot, and now I'm going to mess up.
I think you say Joe Tranchina. I say Joe Tranchina.
Joe, how about you do this? Send me the video of you saying your name. How about that? If you listen to me, if your name got more than 2 syllables, You know what I'm saying?
I'm doomed.
Exactly.
Oh, with
I got to
Exactly.
say it on my show. Hey, man,
If
don't,
your name got more than 2 syllables, please send me a video to my inbox of you saying your name, and I promise you, from that moment on, we will use that as reference. But
I,
yeah,
so
I'm embarrassed.
it is Joe Tranchina because he said right to that. So I think it's Joe Tranchina.
Yeah.
and then Henny gonna get in here and say it a totally different way than all three of us just said.
Now listen, it's the Arkansas
You
in me, man.
literally just said it totally different than all three of us. I think it's Joe China. China. Yeah.
Hey man, say man, this is the liquor store. We a little slurred this morning.
But listen to me, man. I'm looking at this Christmas gift, man. It looked like it's an Ezekiel Elliott. But it did at the same time, it looked like this Ezekiel Elliott got a Philadelphia Eagles jersey on, man. What the hell is up with that, man?
That was the one made in China.
There is rumors being circulated around the nation. And we listen to me. We only have 18 shares on Facebook, so y'all tripping right now. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to hit that share button on Facebook. I'm pausing it right now. I need y'all to hit that share button because I'm pretty sure Emmanuel did most of those. So I need y'all to hit that share button right now. I can actually turn it on Facebook and it'll tell me who shared. Don't make me get on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Hit that share button right now.
Grady said you guys should be on Boss Cowboys show soon. Man, we rock with Boss. We done been on.
But I want to know, man, what was y'all thoughts on hearing the possibility of Ezekiel Elliott signing with the Philadelphia Eagles?
He op.
I made my stand clear.
Send the hit.
Hey, if you hang with an op, you an op. That's how it go.
I mean,
but not against the Cowboys. I'm sorry. If you go to the Eagles, bro, I'm telling you straight up, I wish you nothing but losses. That's how I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? 17 losses in a row. That's what I hope for you. So if you go anywhere else, it is what it is, you know. Good grief. Like, long as you don't play the Cowboys, when you play us, I want you to do terrible. You know what I'm saying? When you play everybody else, you can run for hundreds of yards. Do that. But just don't, long as it don't involve us, you good.
Yeah, like you play for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? You know, I hope that you start balling at the top of your head. I hope that you never able to tie your cleats up right again. I hope you average a yard a carry. Yeah, like I want all the inconvenient stuff in the world to happen to you. I don't want nothing horrible to happen. Like I hope you have good health. I hope your parents good, your kids good, you keep your money right. I hope all that other stuff go right, but I hope like little inconvenient shit happen in your day. I hope every time you try to start your car, your tires go flat. You know, I hope
Bubba Guts out of practice every day. You know,
I hope they never make your food right at the restaurant again. You already got to go back 2 times.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. The only thing the Dallas Cowboys got to focus on is this, man. As long as the Dallas Cowboys have Dak Prescott on our team, I don't really care who is on the Philadelphia Eagles because Dak has proven that no matter who the Philadelphia Eagles bring in, that they gonna get that work. And what that boy Shady McCoy say, he gonna get crazy work. I think I'm gonna have to get that as a look when I talk about Dak from now on. Dak gave him crazy work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Dak does. Dak gives the Philadelphia Eagles crazy work. And y'all got to remember this too. Like this is my thing on Ezekiel Elliott going to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think if Zeke was to go to the Philadelphia Eagles, I think it would actually show. I think it's just, I think we always, want to, that's our fandom. That's our fandom hat. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing we'll say, our fandom, right? Now let's put this thing to the side. My question is this: why would Ezekiel Elliott even want to go to the Philadelphia Eagles, right? My question is this: I feel like teams and players want to go to teams like that in their division when they feel like they've been wronged, when they feel like that, they want to prove something to an organization. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like if Zeke was to go to the Philadelphia Eagles, I think that would be more an indictment on Ezekiel Elliott than it would be for not Ezekiel. I think that would be more an indictment on freaking on the Dallas Cowboys than it would be on Ezekiel Elliott, because you guys got to remember Ezekiel Elliott he's just a player, man. Like at the end of the day, he still got to take the money. He has to take the road that's going to get him to the best situation. But it's like if you're willing to do something like that and put yourself in a division where you played the Dallas Cowboys 2 times a year, there's definitely some sting there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe it because that's what Emmitt Smith did. That's what DeMarco Murray did. Miles Austin signed back into the division. So like if you really feel some type of way, you want to go out there and prove somebody wrong, right? You get cut, you get released. People think it's over with for you. You want to go out there and play your best game against that same team. So I understand the dynamic behind it. I also think that behind that offensive line, he will have a better season because they do have one of the better offensive lines in the National Football League. But with that said, if we actually shore up our run defense, I don't care. Like the Philadelphia Eagles have not beaten Dak Prescott in 4 years. 4
Facts.
years. 4 years.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Like there's not an offensive player that the Philadelphia Eagles can add that will make me scared of their offense. Like they added AJ Brown just last year, gave the dude $20 million. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That still didn't change anything. They still lost to Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? So like if you were telling me the Philadelphia Eagles are adding freaking Aaron Donald, or they were adding this great piece on defense, like yeah, I would then be okay. Let me think about what I'm talking about now. But like the Philadelphia Eagles need to be building their defense to build Dak, not their offense. Like their offense is good enough. Like they have a good offense. It's not the offense that Dak is dropping 50 points on. It's the defense that Dak is dropping 50 points on.
These all pro DBs.
Yes, exactly. So you know what I'm saying? Like, listen to me. As long as Philadelphia is still trying to build their offense and make their offense straight even better, congratulations. Congratulations, because it's not your offense, bro. They still ain't figured it out, right? It's your defense. Dak plays on offense. He never plays your offense. He's beating the hell out your defense. It's your defense that ain't lost. Think about this. The Philadelphia offense has probably beaten the Dallas Cowboys defense. You probably go look at them stats. I'm pretty sure the Philadelphia's offense has had some good ass games versus us. But guess what happens?
This the thing.
Up too many points.
The thing about it though, like I don't look at them like they this juggernaut like some people look at them. You know what I'm saying? I know Jalen Hurts had a good season, but I just think they just overshooting themselves. Like they biting more than they can chew. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they should be a little alarmed, a little cautious to be, confessing they love in front of everybody after they just had a one-hit wonder in Carson Wentz. They just act like Jalen Hurts is just the greatest thing since sliced bread. I think that's a mistake. I think if you see some of this talent lead this team, it's going to start revealing the real quarterback that you got. I feel like when they played the Cowboys, did he produce to that level? No, they won, but did he produce to that level? Like, that's the reason I feel like we can talk that talk, because I haven't seen Jalen Hurts smack around my defense. I seen Dak smack around theirs. I ain't seen that. Yeah. So that's the logic that I don't understand. This finna be quick though, but like this the logic that I don't understand. If you see a team, a quarterback just beat up your defense, just smack them around like a rag doll, and you still open up your mouth to say that he's trash, that makes no sense to me. If Jalen Hurts would have had a great day, like if he would have did what Dak did to them, I have a whole different tune up here. Straight up. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. If a player beat your team, you supposed to put a little respect on their name. Even if you don't like them, you just got to respect it. Like, hey, he balled out against us. You don't hear me talking bad about San Francisco because they beat us. Do you up here dogging them? No.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you something, too. That's really the difference between, I think, Cowboy fans and everybody else, bro, because, like, they're 49er fans still out here talking crap, even though they got smacked by the Eagles the next week. Like, I don't have, like, and that's what I told the 49ers. Like, bro, I'm not about to go on y'all show and talk crap. Like, y'all beat us. Like, like, I'm not saying I have any
playoffs.
I'm not saying I have any respect for y'all, but I'm so worried about my team and what the hell I'm going on in my team that I just don't, I don't get any gratification out of it. You know what I mean? I don't like nothing. It doesn't make me feel better. The only thing that would have made me feel better is you know what I mean? Is beating.
I was about to say, one thing we got to remember, man, like, we men, bro, we got to hold ourselves accountable. We ain't beat the team. So we got to be like, okay, y'all got us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a fist fight. If we get to fight right now, if you lose, you going to be like, well, you can't do that. Like, you still going to be talking, bro. You just got beat up. You got to man up and take your L. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, we grown men. You got to understand that. You got to take your L sometimes. We wasn't better than them in them moments. But, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we will be, though.
Hey, send that thumbnail to my inbox, please, Facebook.
I ain't got anything going yet. I get one made, though.
Oh, I thought you. Okay.
I was trying, but
it's all good. What's up, Carlos? Appreciate you, Carlos. Appreciate you. Carlos says Hurts only had a great season because of all the players around him. I believe Hurts is a great mobile quarterback. That is, he will not have the same flex this season. Easy season, easy ride, Super Bowl. I mean, this is, I'm not gonna discredit. Like, this is the thing, right? I don't have to, like, that's a good comment too, Carlos, because a lot of those points are true. But me, I don't have to discredit the Eagles, man. Like, all I got to do, I don't got to tear down the Eagles, or I can just build up my team, build up my quarterback and what my offense has done. So it's like, and that's, one thing I will say is the Dallas Cowboys, in those games, versus the Philadelphia Eagles, Zeke necessarily didn't have like huge games, but he did have some very huge moments in the versus those Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Especially with a team that's trying to get after Zeke, trying to get after Dak. So, the Dallas Cowboys, now that you don't have Ezekiel Elliott, even though this show was supposed to be about, Ezekiel Elliott going to Philly or wherever is he possibly going, Cowboys got to make sure that we take a look at those games and find out, the things that Ezekiel Elliott did in those games to help us be so dominant versus Philadelphia. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, we cannot afford to like that dominance in the East is kind of like our coup de grace. Like, that's kind of like our ace in the hole right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, a quick shout out to Dwayne Brown for the $5 donation. I appreciate you, kinfolk.
Yeah, shout out to Dwayne over here on mine too. And shout out to Christopher Wilson, my guy from my city with the $5 super. He says, I don't want to see Zeke in Philly, bro. Hey, I feel you, bro. I don't want that
either. I don't want to see it either, man. Hey, shout out to Mr. Brown too with the $5 cash app. I don't want to.
I'm looking at it right now in regard to Ezekiel Elliott. Like, he got off against the Eagles. Like, he had some of his better games in the National Football League against the Philadelphia Eagles.
He was an Eagle killer now.
Yeah, he was an Eagle killer. Like, I see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 5 games of 100 yards against the Philadelphia Eagles. He averaged 92.3 yards against the Philadelphia Eagles. Averaged 19 attempts, 4.8 yards a carry. He also had. Let me see. He also had a career receiving touchdown against them. So he had, he got 7 career touchdowns against the Philadelphia Eagles. He averaged about 92 rushing yards a game, averaged about 29 receiving yards a game. So, he was an Eagle killer. I liked it.
What did he do this year? What did he do this year versus the Eagles?
He had an 81 yard game on 13 carries, averaged 6.2 yards and a touchdown the first game.
I know Wes don't want to hear that. Hey,
and remember, that was Ezekiel Elliott prior to his injury. And then, the game after, he had 55 rushing. He had 55 rushing yards, 16 carries, and a rushing touchdown. So he had 2 rushing touchdowns against the Philadelphia Eagles this year. But if we want to be,
what's up, Michael Lockhart?
I was just gonna say, we want to be successful. Like, the Eagles are just like the Dallas Cowboys. Like, they can rush the passer. They do not have a good run defense. You saw that in the Super Bowl. So
I'm gonna tell you, I want to let this be known too, right? Unfortunately, we're gonna talk about Zeke and him not being on his team probably all the way up until
he signs.
But not even just sign. Like, it's gonna be listen to me. When was the last time we talked about Amari Cooper?
It's probably
today. 2 days ago.
We talk about him from time to time.
But think about this. You want to know why? Because in life, there are decisions that you make, and then guess what? They just affect you for a couple days. There are some decisions that you make that will literally affect you for at least a season. And guess what? We're not going to sit up here and think that the release of Ezekiel Elliott is something that's we can just like, oh, it's over with. Let's move on. Bro, you got to talk about how you're going to fix those things. And that's the next level of being a mature Cowboy fan. Like, yes, we've all accepted that Zeke's not here. Like, we get it. We understand that he's not here. But you still got to, like, if someone comes and walks in your house and takes a shit in the middle of your living room, even though you physically clean the shit up, the smell is going to still be there for a little bit. And that's just what it is. No, there's no pile of shit in our living room right now, but there is definitely a smell of somebody just shit in here.
He gonna be smoked. He ain't gonna just walk away.
Yeah, bro. Bro, come on now. Like, it steals, like, you know what I mean? Like, we put out no Febreze, no nothing. So that's what we're trying to do. And I'm gonna tell you, smart people, you know what they do? They talk through their problems. So this is a problem that we have. We're trying to speak. One thing you guys are always gonna know about the Three Amigos of Cowboy content is we're not gonna have a problem talking about our problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always gonna be peaches and creamy over here, and I get it. I know there's content that's always peaches and cream, and everything the Cowboys do is gonna be great, and everything is gonna set us up for a Super Bowl. But guess what, man? You got 3 fathers on here. We realize life is not like that. Sometimes you got to have hard conversations. Guess what? Praise God that you have 3 guys that love y'all and we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you can have those hard conversations with us. Guess what, son? What? I know that girl like you, but I feel like if you got rid of your car, she might not like you as much. I'm not saying get rid of your car. I'm just saying it has something to do with it. That's all it is. We will have those hard conversations with you. And this is a conversation we got to have. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to Travis Thompson with the $25 cash out too, man. I appreciate you, sir.
I'm gonna be honest. Shout out to the for the cash app. You know what, Henny? I'm really interested because everybody knows Dak Prescott's record versus the East. I'm really interested to know, god dang, Ezekiel Elliott's what his numbers are versus the East, because man, that's pretty goddamn dominant, man. And there's a couple other narrations that people have been putting out there too that that's kind of bombshelled on us yesterday too, man. I was thinking about because there's this narrative that and I'm bringing it up. Want to know why? Because Dalton Schultz is another bag of shit that was in the middle of our floor. We got rid of it, but guess what? The smell is still here. All right, so let's talk about it for a quick second because there's this big thing about Dalton Schultz not being this athletic tight end, and Ferguson just being more athletic and just being just a more athletic guy. And bro, would you know that on a phone call with my cousin, we put those numbers to the test. We went and looked at these 40 times and these shuttle times. And would you know? I'm gonna let you tell it, Henny, because I feel like when you say the numbers, it just has more weight and impact.
Right. So like they had the narrative that Jake Ferguson, who I think has upside, right? I'm not saying he ain't gonna ever be shit in his life. Like, let's get that out the way. But they had this narrative that he was a better overall athlete than Dalton Schultz. Well, did you know that he is an inch shorter, ran a slower 40 time, had a lower vertical jump, had a lower broad jump, had a slower shuttle time, all these other things where you can actually measure athleticism.
Tell him the times. Tell him the 40 time. What was Schultz? What was Dalton Schultz? I need y'all to put this in the comment box because I'm telling you, man, there's folks out there that are pushing these narratives, man, And listen to me, I'm okay with you believing Ferguson is better, but you got to believe it with the facts, though. So these are the facts. After you hear the facts, then guess what? You can go back and you can say all these things about what you want to believe, but you got to believe that with the facts. And these are the facts. What was Dalton Schultz's 40 time?
4.75.
4.75. What was Ferguson's 40 time?
4.81.
4.81. So Dalton Schultz has a faster 40. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. People say 40 times don't matter, but listen to me. How can 40 times don't matter when you guys are talking about stretching the field?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next thing, shuttle. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Don't tell me shuttle times don't matter because they do. The shuttle is probably the most important drill in all of football. And don't talk to me about no hands. You can't better hands. What is you talking about? Has Ferguson caught 5+ touchdowns in the NFL? He only has 17 receptions. How can you judge better hands off of 17 receptions? Stop it. Stop the gas right now. Go ahead. What that shuttle time look like?
All right, let me get it pulled up. All right, so
he said, listen, Andre says on the field, Ferg had better rack. You want to know why? Because he had less catches, brother. That's how it works.
Yeah, when you only have, you only have like 19 catches, right? That tends to happen. Because y'all remember that he only had 174 yards on the entire season. So, that 30-yard catch y'all love, that was actually 17% of his entire production on the season.
Think about that. He only had how many yards?
174.
Now I want you to know something. Listen to me. This is our starting tight end that I'm talking about. So I don't want anybody to sit up here and try to say, oh, West Coast is hating on him. No. I want the best. You want to know why? Because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I know Dallas Cowboys, this is what Jerry Jones is going to do. So I do want the best, but I'm taking the same approach that we took when we traded Amari Cooper, and everybody was telling me day one that CeeDee Lamb was going to be a number one receiver, and that was not the case. It took him at least 8 weeks. And then you guys said Michael Gallup was going to be fine. It's just an ACL. He'll be back, bro. He was not fine.
Hold on. He said it took Schultz 3 years to get good. Schultz had 800 yards and 8 touchdowns the year before.
Thank you. So that's what I be talking about. Listen to me on this show. in this show alone, anything that you say about players, guess what? There's this thing called Googles. You can Google
And
it.
listen, hold on. How the hell, my guy, how the hell is Ferguson good when you only seen the man catch 19 balls?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, listen, like I understand you like he made splash plays here and there, but listen, I'm gonna use this example. Everybody thought that Juju Smith-Schuster would be the next great number one wide receiver when he had, he was playing in a supporting role to Antonio Brown, right? So they got rid of Antonio Brown. They gave him the number one job, and he never did shit again in the NFL of note.
Never.
Right. So it's the same thing when it comes down to the tight end position. Like you have. Oh, go ahead, man.
Shout out to Jane E. Thomas with the $5 super, and shout out to the Hoodlum with the $10 cash out. Appreciate you.
Hey, shout out to my boy Jane. No, it's Jane E. Thomas with the $5. No, that's DC4. That's Miss Jane Thomas. Appreciate you, Miss Jane. Hey, listen to me. I went to Eisenhower High School. We had our football field was bigger than our computer lab, so sometimes I mess up. My bad. Hey, I'm just saying they cared more about football in my high school. I'm just being,
you know what I'm
saying. We had a turf field though.
But yeah, man, this is an exercise I want to do because y'all know I ain't got too long left. But this is what I want to do. We heard y'all outcries about Schultz leaving. We understand Schultz is gone. We understand that. And we understand that it seems that the Cowboys are finna trust their young guys, right? So, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rank these players? Because look, okay, we're not going off of what they have done. All we can go off is potential right now. They don't have a real resume.
But see, but listen to me. I gotta correct you though.
You have to project.
No. I gotta correct you. I gotta correct everybody on this. Listen to me. We're no longer in the days of projection. We are in the day. Listen to me. Why? One of the main reasons why West Coast always says this on today, March 24th, 2023, because listen to me, we don't have to project. As content creators and as fans, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to use the facts of what we know right now and speak in those moments right now. Like, because think about this. When you draft someone, there could be someone in the 6th round that has a higher projection, but the reason why the guy in the 1st round gets drafted in the 1st round is because he has production.
Maybe you don't like the word projection, but you do like betting on players is a normal part of team building. You have to bet on players in certain positions. You have to.
But you didn't have to bet on that position though. You could have just signed a guy who had top 5 production. Because that's the thing. Like they in here like stop making shows bigger than he is. This man had top 5 production in his position the last 2 damn years. Y'all just like listen. I'm not even talking about you, landlord. I'm just talking about the guys out here. Like y'all up here mad at the man. Listen. Like I had people say he can't be a top 5 tight end. Y'all just don't want to be a top 5 tight end, but he had top 5 production. And as the numbers guy, you are what the hell your numbers say you are until you don't have the numbers to back it no more. So if you're top 5 in touchdowns and yards and receptions, guess what? It's a damn top 5 guy at his position. And if he goes out there, he doesn't put up the same numbers, we can revisit the conversation. But as of today, 3-24-23, that's what he is.
This is my whole thing about it. Y'all right. Like, of course, Schultz was a productive tight end. But this is my thing. I'm looking at it as a whole, like a totality type part. This is what I'm looking at. I understand when you building a team, you must go cheap at some areas. We're not going to be able to have Pro Bowlers at every position. That's not going to be able to be possible, y'all. This all I'm saying. Listen, just give me a second. Give me a chance. All I'm saying is, out of the positions that you have to pick what positions you're going to go cheap at. That's just a necessary evil that you have to do when you're building a team. And if you see 2 young guys behind him and you feel like you can bet on them, you can bet on them. Now, is it risky? Of course it is. Y'all right. That's what I'm saying. It's really not an argument. But you will have to sacrifice some of these positions, bro. You will. Like, we're not going to have a full roster on offense with all pros. That's not going to happen.
Okay, but can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Why are you paying Will McClay? You don't know what you're paying Will McClay? You're paying Will McClay to do exactly what you just said you can't do. And I'm going to tell you this right now. The Kansas City Chiefs had 5 All-Pros. The 49ers had 4. Guess what else? Guess what? Listen to me. You go look. Hold up. If you go look at where the all pros are right now, most of the all pros, meaning the teams that are the best teams in football, are on the best teams. Now, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The mindset that you just said right now is the mindset that a broke team uses. See, listen to me. And I'm gonna pop my corner real quick because I'm gonna tell you this right here, right? Let me just say this real quick. That is a broke mentality. What are you talking about? Listen to me. That's like you are a millionaire. You have money in the bank, right? But you are going to the 99-cent store to buy food. No, when you have when you have money, it allows you to have better quality and better options. The Dallas Cowboys have money right now. When you have money, money provides options. And think about this. You also, this person that you said you saving money took a contract for less than what you gave him. So it's not even about it. It's not even about you got to go cheap in somewheres, because guess what? What made more sense, giving Dalton Schultz $9 million or giving Tony Pollard with a broken fibula $10 million guaranteed that you can't touch? Think about this. You cannot talk about money at all as long as the Cowboys are willing to use a franchise tag. Because when they use a franchise tag, you know what they're saying? That the money really don't matter. It doesn't matter. How is a team that is tying up $10 million guaranteed trying to save money on a starting tight end that costs less than the running back? Think about this. Tight end is a more valuable position right now than the running back. Keep it real. I'm Mr. Run the damn ball, right? Mm-hmm. Real talk. I tripped more off of Dalton Schultz getting released than Zeke did. On my mama, I did. You guys have gotten more. You have gotten more static from the Dalton Schultz release than Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott, I was like, okay, I mean, $16 million. Cowboys don't want to do nothing that. But bro, listen to me. You're tight. Think about this. Who's the starting tight end for the Chiefs? Where are they at? Super Bowl. Who's the starting tight end for the 49ers? Kittle. Oh, where are they? How many? Think about this. Between those two dudes, that's 11 years of being a pro. Kittle been in the league how many years? 6 years. Kelsey been in the league. I mean, the boy in Kansas City been in the league 7 years. Then think about this. Think about
Dallas Goedert.
Dallas Goedert. Name it though. That's what I'm saying. Look, it's necessary positions you're gonna have to be cheap at, Wes.
Listen, no, it's not. The Philadelphia Eagles showed us. No, that's not. Listen to me. The Philadelphia. Wait, time out. That is, listen, the only team that thinks like that, bro. First off, you can't talk about not paying players and not having money if you have money. Listen to me. We are going cheap at key positions and just sitting on the money. Bro, listen, the Kansas City Chiefs and the freaking the Eagles have proven, bro, spend the money. They have a $20 million receiver and a first-round pick as a backup, and Dallas Goedert, and Jalen Hurts, and they had Miles Sanders. And think about this. Throughout the entire season, they were adding players. Listen, I definitely believe that Dalton Schultz can be replaced. But my thing is this. You should never replace something unless you guarantee it to work. Because I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm going to tell you something that Cowboy fans don't think about anymore. We never think about this. What if it doesn't work? Or what if Ferguson what if 17 catches and 2 touchdowns? Because let's just be real. If we were trading Dalton Schultz for Ferguson right now, in those stats alone, you guys would not be okay with that. The only reason why you're okay with it is because you have faith in the player because he's been on your team. But if we're just looking at numbers, we would be looking at this trade like, no, that doesn't make any sense. You're going to trade guaranteed production. And think about this, fellas. We are trying to get to the 3rd round of the playoffs. Ferguson, you're going to be asking him to be, if we go to the playoffs, when we go to the playoffs, you're going to have a tight end who's never done anything in the playoffs because he's never been there before. Dalton Schultz has been in the playoffs 3 times. He scored 3 touchdowns in the last playoff series.
Listen, you're right. You're right about Schultz. All I'm saying is, man, it's just
go somewhere else. Then. Go somewhere else.
You just can't.
You can go listen to me. The Cowboy landlord, we gotta stop preaching this go cheap stuff. No, because other teams are spending the money.
I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying. Look, you right about we probably shouldn't be risky right now. So I'm with you on that because I like the team that we had. We probably shouldn't be risking it right now. But they did. And I feel positive about the way they want to substitute them. I do.
And my question is this: if
Risky.
Dalton
Hold on, Wes. You been cooking. Let me get in now. Look, we gotta find some middle ground. We got to. Okay, can we agree that forming a football team, building a roster, you must bet on certain positions? Can we agree to that? We gotta have a foundation. That is a fact.
No, I don't agree with that point. No, because
how?
When you say bet,
nobody, Wes. Nobody. You gotta take a bet on somebody.
Bro, that is such a broad statement. Are you saying bet on a? Listen to me. We bet on Dak Prescott, bro, to be a 4th round pick and be our starting quarterback. Take bets like that.
But that's a bet. I can see. So I can see that though.
You gotta take a bet somewhere.
Yes, but those are landlord. Those are dip. I took a bet on Zeke.
We can't agree on the middle ground, bro.
Not on. But listen, I just want you to clarify your bet, though. Yeah, I want you to clarify your bet because you can't say I'm gonna take a bet.
I just said a general statement. And building a team, you must bet on certain players. You must. It is a must to build a roster. You don't have confidence in every player on your team, bro.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you, landlord. I'm gonna be honest with you, landlord. I'm gonna tell you this: if you are a team that doesn't want to spend money, absolutely, bro, absolutely.
So I'm saying
the Kansas City. You think the Kansas City Chiefs?
I might be able to get a little more out of this one. I might not be able to. I gotta try at least. You gonna have to try to finesse somewhere.
Listen to me. My question is this: that's what in the Dallas Cowboys world. Yes, you got to bet on players. You want to know why? Because we're not going to spend players. Think about this. Dak Prescott went down. We bet on Andy Dalton. We bet on Ben DiNucci. We bet on Gary Gilbert. Guess what? Kansas City Chiefs lost their starting right tackle. You know what they did within 15 minutes? They went and got another guy. Bruh, listen to me. Only teams that are betting on, listen to me. You can't say
the Chiefs, bro. You can't say the Chiefs because I got you. Listen, you can't say the Chiefs because they betted against Tyreek Hill, bro. They let them go. That's a bet. That's a bet.
And I'm about to smack it right back because guess what? You know what they did? Listen, no, they didn't. Go ahead. I got you. I got you.
We got love this.
Oh, I gotta listen. I'm gonna let West Coast go, and then I'm gonna backdoor him after that one because I got one for the Chiefs.
Listen,
go ahead.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it now.
Let me tell you how the Chiefs didn't bet on him. Let me tell you how the Chiefs did bet on him.
On the team. Is that not a bet?
Let me tell you how they didn't bet on him. Let me tell you how they didn't bet on him.
How?
First off, they tried to sign him because
this is content. Y'all should hit that light right now. Let's get it.
First off, Kansas City didn't bet on not having him because they tried to pay him. Miami gave him a ridiculous amount of guaranteed money, and that's what Tyreek Hill said out of his mouth. Now think about this. This is the bet right here. This is the bet. Kansas City, when you lose Tyreek Hill, are you betting on the next man up? No, they didn't. You know what they did? They signed Juju Smith-Schuster. They signed the free agent wide receiver from the Packers. They drafted a 1st-round wide receiver in Sky Moore. They traded for Kadarius Toney. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean by, bro, you got to take chances.
Wait. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. I'm going to say this, though. You know, they did, listen, both of y'all. I do agree. There is a middle ground. They did that, but they also had 4 rookie starters. So, you know, you have to bet at some places.
I can bet, Wes. I'm telling you, listen. You just said, look, I see what you're saying. You thinking that since they shot a lot of shots at it, that it's like softening a bit. So, you know, we can come to a middle ground. That's what it sounds like you saying.
Listen to me.
Listen to me.
By the way, shout out to Jane for the $5 donation. I know you sent it a second ago, but they've been going crazy, so excuse me.
And I'm gonna go back and forth with. Come on now, listen. You just named 4 ways they tried to, like, you know what I'm saying, compromise. They letting Tyreek Hill go, right? This all I'm telling you. The very nature of what you're saying is a bet, Wes. That's a bet. They betted that they can produce these 4 players to make up what Tyreek Hill lost. Like, that's a bet. That's still a bet. That's not for sure. If the Cowboys did the same thing, you'll be saying the same thing you're saying about Schultz. It's actually the equivalent. Because they didn't go acquire people, but they betting on 2 tight ends. It's the same. This is a bet, Wes. It's a bet.
Now this
And
one to say,
bet, honestly, I would have told you they crazy to let Tyreek Hill go. But they knew that they could trust more in their quarterback. That's what they did. That's an automatic bet right there, Wes. That's all that is. It's a bet.
now I'm gonna say you like this, right? First off, this is why I say it's not a bet. And this is why I'm gonna say it's not a bet, because they didn't bet on him. They did not bet, they did not go into the decision thinking this. And I just need everybody to I'm just say this for 30 seconds, right? Kansas City wanted Tyreek Hill. They were not releasing him. They did not go to the table and sit down and be like, we are going to do this. Kansas City physically wanted him. They got outpriced.
I see what you're saying. But
let me okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying, if they let them leave the building, it's still like it's the same thing.
Listen to me. This is the difference what I'm saying with Dalton Schultz and Tyreek Hill. They were not betting against Tyreek Hill. We're betting against Schultz. Bro, they understood that they needed him. They understood that they needed Hill. That's why they tried to give him more money. But guess what? They didn't have the money. The Dallas Cowboys are betting against Schultz and betting on Ferguson.
Hold on. Tyreek Hill got traded.
What? That's what I'm saying. But the guaranteed money. Go look at the guaranteed money.
Yeah, but they didn't have to trade the nigga.
Yes, they didn't. They didn't have to trade them, but you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, you got the assets, you got the picks and the bread. Go look at them. It's one of those ridiculous trades. You know what I'm saying?
So it was an offer too good to refuse. You're trying to say?
Yeah, if you making that kind of argument, Wes, I understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is the nature of the deal as a whole, bro, is still a bet. Like, okay, if they didn't want to let him go, we ain't talking about intentions. We talking about what happened. He's gone. So now I got a bet that I can produce something that can complement this team.
So let me ask you a question. So we all gambling men, right?
Of course.
Does
Like,
that
matter of fact, I'm gonna drop my link to Bravado. Y'all go ahead and check that out. Y'all into sports betting.
So think about this. He says, listen to me. Hey, shout out to all the folks that listen to me. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I don't agree with everything that everybody say, and guess what? That's a good thing.
We're not supposed to. We're not supposed to agree.
Listen, you're not supposed to agree. You're not supposed to agree. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right, and I'm gonna hang my nuts. I'm typically right, so I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Hey, listen to me. That's why a lot of folks don't like. I'm just keeping it real with you. And think about this. You want to know why? You want to know why though? You guys want to know why? I'm gonna tell you guys why. I'm gonna tell you why I always stay in the right. And I don't care if you get offended or get mad or I rub you the wrong way. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you why I always stay in the right. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I always go with the production. I'm gonna always pick production over projection. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: production is gonna keep you growing in this business.
Hey, shout out to Jana real quick. Let me give a shout out to the super chat, man. Shout out to Jana Herrera. He says our O-line has something to do with 21 numbers. Shout out to let me see.
And my question is this: if Dalton Schultz is hot pockets, why isn't Ferguson hot pockets if he's in the same offense? And then why didn't Ferguson that'd be the thing that'd be crazy to me. That'd be the stuff that'd be crazy. If Dalton Schultz is only good because of the system he went, wasn't Ferguson in the same system though?
Yeah. So shout out to Dwight Super. He says the truth is Cowboys found value in rookies because they did not want to pay Dalton. That's facts. So next man up. Shout out to Macho Boom. He said
doesn't work for us a lot of times though, fellas. I'm just saying.
It's risky, Wes. It's risky. Shout out to Macho Boomer with the the $9.99 though. He said good conversation today, fellas. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell y'all something about this, man. This is one thing that you guys can always guarantee about this show right here, man, is anything that we throw out there, we're always going. Everybody here has a platform and they got nuts to stand on it and defend theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, that's just what it is. There was a time 3 years ago where I tweeted Kellen Moore is not a guru and the entire world came after me. You know what I'm saying? It be like that sometimes. It literally be like that. 2 years ago, I printed 4 words.
Hey, shout out to Boom for the $10 donation, man. Thanks for the love and support, brother.
Shout out Boom. Hey, shout out to Boom. He says you lost this argument. I didn't listen to me. I didn't lose an argument because you don't know. Can we all agree that though? Before you guys put a decision on if West Coast lost this argument, can we all agree that Ferguson hasn't played?
Bro, this is just healthy argument.
Yeah,
I know,
but
listen to me, but I need everybody to understand this though, because there are people saying that, oh, you lost this argument. No, I didn't lose this argument. I was respectful. That's all it was. I'm trying to do something different. But can we all agree that, listen to me, we don't know what's going to happen because Ferguson hasn't played. So there isn't no who's right or wrong right now. Yeah. Okay. Next.
Listen. Hold on. Because y'all been going at it so hard. Let me just jump in real quick.
I don't mind. Hey, listen, I don't mind. Hey, I don't trip. I'm not tripping on anybody saying I lost, because guess what? Y'all need me to lose on this. Y'all need, listen to me. Y'all need me to lose on this, because if Ferguson is not the guy you think he's supposed to be, bro, we are screwed, bro.
But listen, I am pro Dalton Schultz. You know, I always give y'all the numbers about his production. I always tell y'all what he did, what he didn't do, and I did not want to see him go. Right? You know, I was very pro keeping Dalton Schultz. But with what I also do agree with LandLord to an extent that sometimes it's not possible to keep everybody. I don't know if there's any validity to them. I don't think it's true. Like, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys off him a contract. They always put out bullshit. But that's
this year. Brian Brody said it yesterday. He said they offered him one last year and he didn't take it. But they said this year they ain't offer him nothing. So
last year's contract ain't got nothing to do with this year though.
Exactly. So, they were reporting.
They just put that listen. They just put that information out just to smear the dude.
It'd be like that.
Brian was kind of like shooting off rumors. He just said they didn't offer him nothing this year.
Right. So hey, hold on. I didn't get it. Hold on real quick. So my point being, I do sort of agree with LandLord. Like, sometimes, because listen, he's gone now. He's in a Houston uniform. So I just got to live with that at this point. But he down there listening to Pimp C, drinking that Texas tea. So he living a different life right now. RIP to the pimp, man. So man, it is what it is. Like Wesco said, we gonna have to hope that we're wrong about this, right? Because and listen, I understand that from the track record, Dak Prescott does generally play well with tight ends. He did get Blake Jarwin paid, and Blake Jarwin never played another snap in the NFL after he left Dallas. Right. So we have seen tight ends, feast with Dak Prescott.
Golf swing.
Like, we seen Dak Prescott, turn up some tight ends. So that's what we hoping on. So I see it. I get his projection. I don't like projection either. So
hey, listen to me, and let's just be real. Listen to me,
bro. It's risky. I forfeited that. It's risky. Of course it is, but I like the bet.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Listen to me. I think a lot of you guys this is my thing. I own a business, right? And on business, you got to know the risk you're willing to take, and the risk you're not going to take a risk, a go cheap on a $2 product. Within that $2 product, if it fails, can cost you $100 worth of damage.
Yeah.
See, that's the issue that we're having right now. Yes, there is upside, but I'm gonna tell you guys what happens in business, or what I've seen, what happens with young people when they come into business in their first couple years. You get so caught up in upside that you don't actually look at realistic facts. Realistic facts is that we think about this facts, fellas. Do you guys know that we haven't had a starting tight end, play a full season in 5 seasons? So think about this. Even if Ferguson is the guy, even if he is the guy and he plays, think about this. We haven't even had a tight end complete a full season. Then on top of that, and on top of this, right? You guys also remember a lot of stuff that you guys like about Ferguson that I love about Ferguson too. I love the little jukes and stuff that he does. I love all that stuff too. But you guys got to understand, in order for him to stay on the field, it's going to be the other stuff that's going to keep him on the field, like inline blocking, getting off seats, things like that. Things that he was not being required to do. Why? Because you had Dalton Schultz. And you also have McKeon. A lot of things. And think about this. McKeon did a lot. McKeon was really the guy who did the stuff that Schultz did. It wasn't even Ferguson. They were using Ferguson as a weapon. Now he is really going to be a real tight end. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. Be expecting for him to put on at least 10 pounds. Watch that. He's going to put on at least 10 pounds.
I got to get up out of here. But shout out to Jace from SoCal. He says Ferguson broke more tackles in 1 year than Schultz has his entire career.
That's not true. That's not true.
And with the $2 super chat, he says I liked on all 3 of y'all platforms. We appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate the love support.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick. And if everybody wants to know, What will West Coast do if Ferguson ends up being the man? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what y'all should do. I'm gonna support him.
I'm gonna be happy.
You wanna
But
know
Come
why?
on.
Because
rock on time, man. I'm gonna have to go and wrap it up though.
Yeah, landlord got to get off. So, hey, man, I appreciate you stopping by and showing love, landlord. God bless you, my guy.
Man. Y'all holler at me, man. Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media.
Yeah,
Appreciate y'all. Let's get.
Indeed. And yes,
Hey.
me and landlord will be doing a draft show tomorrow sometime. We got it set for about noon right now. But if it changed, we'll let you know. But just know that me and landlord will go live and be doing draft content tomorrow.
Yeah.
And maybe we can find a damn tight end.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Listen to me. I already know coming on live saying anything about Dalton Schultz. I already know in y'all views and minds that I'm gonna lose that argument. I already know. Like I already know that. So it doesn't surprise me when y'all say, "Oh, West Coast, you're right." Want to know why? Because you guys are being sold something, and a lot of you guys are choosing to buy it, and that's fine. I'm okay with that, you guys. But just know that there's always gonna be that voice of reality that's on the side bench telling you guys, "Hey, man, that's cool, but." Why we got to look at this and that? He said, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? People said he's 10 pounds heavier than Schultz. He's also slower than Schultz, too. Like, there's been a lot of narratives that you guys have been putting out there about Ferguson being so much more athletic than Schultz, and that's not true. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to just look at Ferguson the way that I'm looking at Ferguson. And what is that? He is a first-year tight end who has 17 catches, 170 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's all I see. Now, will I change my mind as I see more? Yes, I will, man. Yes, I will.
Cause listen,
yes,
I'm not saying that these boys don't got potential. Listen, I see potential in these young guys. They have potential. There's nothing wrong with saying that they have potential. I just don't like betting on potential.
Thank you.
You got way too much advanced analytics. You got too much film. You got too much this and that to just base everything off of potential. Now, with what landlord was saying, I do understand. Right? I know this may not be the method that we agree with, but the Dallas Cowboys made a gamble. They did not want to pay Dalton Schultz apparently because they didn't even offer him a contract, and they wanted to roll with the young guys. So like that stuff happens. Like it is what it is at this point. But I don't have to be happy with it. And and until they produce, I'm gonna have question marks about them. So I'm not wishing any ill will on Ferguson or Hendershot. I pray that they go out there produce. I pray that they make plays and that they feel in it that they can do what they're supposed to do. But I know people do not like Dalton Schultz, but he had the numbers to back up me liking the guy.
Facts.
So I rock with him. But at the same time, like I'm gonna give all my support to the young guys. Like I pray that Ferguson comes in here and produces, that he can build on his rookie year. I pray on Hendershot can do the same. But when the season starts, we'll see. Like you say, Dalton Schultz, big brother Schultz out the way. Like it's their time to sink or swim. And we'll know pretty soon if it was the right call or not. Because Dak Prescott likes to throw to the tight ends.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here too. Like the reason why I'm going so hard on this is because if this doesn't work, this is something that could be detrimental to your season. Like this is a clacking sound in your transmission that if you don't fix it, it could shut down the entire car. Because if you can't get the Dallas Cowboys can't get production from their tight ends in a West Coast offense, we're going to be throwing a lot to the outsides. And I'm going to tell you that sounds good, but man, we don't want Dak under any circumstances throwing the ball 40, 50 times. We don't want that.
Marvin, hold on. Let me dismiss that. I wasn't even making content 3 years ago, so I ain't never said no shit about that about Dalton Schultz.
You said the same thing for Schultz 3 years ago. No, I'm gonna tell you this right. I didn't like Schultz 3 years ago. Like I wasn't. Schultz didn't have any stats to back up anything that he was doing 3 years ago. So no, I don't agree with that either. Some of y'all just be randomly saying stuff, just like And listen to me. You guys got to remember, there's two things in football when you watch sports. There is potential. Potential is what you see. Potential is looking at your child and envisioning him what he looks like when he's 15. Okay. Projection is looking at your child right now as a 5-year-old.
Shout out to the DC for Life for the $3 donation. I appreciate you. Continue,
you feel me? Listen to me. Both of them are good, but all I'm saying is this: when you're making huge decisions like this, it needs to be more projection. It needs to be more more production. What someone has actually physically done. You know what I'm saying? What someone's physically done for you. Things like people saying that he has better hands and stuff. How do you judge that stuff? How do you judge that stuff? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like they're like at like nobody. Think about this. None of these teams are going cheap on their tight end, man. Like think about this. The freaking Giants just paid Daniel Jones, and the first thing they did was what? What was the first thing the Giants did after they paid Daniel Jones?
Traded for Darren Waller.
Went and got him a good ass tight end. They listen to me. Giants ain't even got freaking receivers, bruh. But you know what they made sure he had? A really good tight end. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Dalton Schultz has a faster shuttle time and a faster 40 than Jake Ferguson. So when you guys say that he's just more athletic, that's what you guys see. But that's not necessarily the truth. Hey, let's talk about something else that's also, I think, he says, I think West Coast be drinking when he be on here. No, Ivory, this is what I want you to do, Ivory. You just disagree with this one subtle. You just disagree with this one thing. That's all it is. I still love y'all, but just know I'm West Coast. I'm West Coast for a reason. You know what I'm saying? There always has to be that one guy that's not going to go with everything the Dallas Cowboys do, especially when I know it's detrimental on my season. But guess what? I promise you this. I will be at training camp at least 20 days, so I'll know. I'll know. We will know. We'll know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure going to report it. So make sure y'all at training camp. Let's talk about this next thing I wanted to talk about while we on here, man, because this is something like a little sneaky thing that I think the Cowboys are. I ain't saying the Cowboys are doing it, man, but, man, I'm going to tell you this, bruh. What would you think if the Dallas Cowboys took a quarterback at 26?
Boy, I'd break my TV. Well, I'm not going to be at home. Like, I probably walk out the draft if they did something so stupid. And do you know why I would walk out and, you know, find Jerry Jones, try to slap the shit out of him? It's because you are you're stuck with Dak Prescott, whether you like it or not, because Dak Prescott cap hit next season, right? Because you know he just restructured, so you know he's guaranteed to be here this year, and then the very next season he has a cap hit of $55 million. So you have no way of lowering Dak Prescott's cap hit again outside of extending him. Right, you know you can't trade him because he has no trade clause. He fought to get a no trade clause, so his ass would not get traded. So you know
you are the only participant in the conference.
It's all good. So
hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me try to. So somebody just told me. Somebody just said in the comments, West Coast. Whenever you're willing to debate this, I'll put it up anytime. So West Coast ain't afraid of no fades. Hold up.
Oh, she's a West Coast and activate beast mode. He is going to take on all challenges in turn in the great debate.
Hold on. Let me see if it's gonna kick it right now. There we go. All right, there we go. Hey, so I'm putting the call-in line up for those who want to call in. If you want to call in and have and explain to me this, make me a believer. I'm definitely interested. Go ahead and say what you're saying, Henny. I'm gonna get this call-in line up real quick though.
Nah, it's all love, man. Because listen, it makes no sense. And if drafting at 26, you're probably not even going to get one of the good quarterbacks in the draft, right? Houston is guaranteed to take a quarterback. We already know the Carolina Panthers are guaranteed to take a quarterback. The Colts are pretty much guaranteed to take a quarterback. And then there's other teams that that could still take a quarterback. The Atlanta Falcons could take a quarterback. You look around. Like I know that they got Baker Mayfield. It's still a possibility that the Buccaneers could get a quarterback, right? So you might get the 6th or 7th best damn quarterback in this year's draft if you were to draft the quarterback at number 26. So it doesn't even make any sense. Said, and listen, boy, good and well Richardson ain't falling to no 26. He probably gonna be like the 3rd quarterback. Richardson has probably jumped Will Levi. So Richardson is probably gonna be one of the top 3 quarterbacks taken in the NFL draft. So no, he ain't gonna be there. I don't think he'd be there. If it happened, it happened. But just with the way that the contracts is set up, he would have to sit for at least the next 2 years. Just because you like Dak Prescott, most of his money is guaranteed. You can't cut him. You can't trade him. He's going to be your quarterback.
This is. Listen to me. Me personally, I would not agree with the Dallas Cowboys drafting. Hey, listen to me. If you want to call in, you want to tell me about Ferg. He says Ferguson is similar for size and play style to Dalton. I see better. No, you don't. No, he's not similar. No, he's not, Brian. Brian, I need you to go Google. They have a totally different body structure. And Dalton Schultz is faster. So I don't know what you're talking about. All right, but hey, the call-in number's right there. I need y'all to stop making up stuff. All right, because everything y'all say, I be Googling that stuff. Really? Stop making up stuff, man. If you just flat out like Ferguson and you just feel he's gonna be better, then say that. But let's not try to actually use stats because stats you can actually Google that stuff and look that stuff up. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I brought this up as far as the talking about the quarterback, do I want to draft a quarterback? Hell no, I don't want to draft no quarterback. But I do. I'm gonna say it like this. I think the Dallas Cowboys don't really want to go back to. He said West Coast needs to get glasses. Schultz is not faster. He's just faster on a stopwatch.
Yeah, like a laser tracker said that he was faster.
Listen, he's faster when you look at him, but on a laser tracker says he's faster. Hold up real quick, 310. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about this. You guys will believe yourself, your eyes, but you won't believe what you actually see. Hey, I got CFO in the sport. Hey, Jay Tuck, call me, boy. Call me, my guy. Jay Tuck from CFO Sports. What's up, guy? Call me, my guy. Call me. Call lines up, my guy. Hey.
Did you put the number up on the screen yet?
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. It should be pinned on there. Hey, you should have it on yours, too.
Let me see.
Well, no, it's pinned in my damn comments. Hold up. How do I do that?
I saw them in here asking. They want to call.
Hold on. Well, hey, this is what I'm gonna get it up right now. Don't trip. This is what what was I gonna say? This is what I was gonna say. I personally would not draft. I would not want the Dallas Cowboys to draft a quarterback in the first round. But this is why I was saying why I think the Cowboys could do it is because you got to see it like this, man. The Dallas Cowboys currently. Oh, I got it. There you go. Boom. Boom. There you go.
So I really got to clean up my junk.
Let me turn this boy off. Hey, you know what? Forget that. Let me get to these calls. I ain't gonna have these dudes waiting. 310. It's your boy West Coast. Talk to me. 310. It's your boy West Coast. Talk to me.
What's up, fellas?
What's up with you, man? I ain't gonna make y'all wait. I was gonna say a point, but man, I don't give a damn about that. Go ahead, man. Talk to me.
What's up, West Coast? What's up, Henny?
What's up with you, man?
What's up with you? What's up with you, OG? Talk to me.
Look, man, everybody talks about tight ends. Okay, we had a discussion about running backs. Now they on the tight end tip. To me personally, I think the way JJ is doing these tight ends, he's missing Jason Witten. That's what I think personally. But at the same time, you're right. Production. You know what I'm saying? Compare Ferguson and Schultz's first 5 games in the league. Look at the production. And nobody wants to look at that. They want to look at passing, catching, and yards gained. There's more to it. I played tight end. There's more to it than that.
Especially if you
know what I'm saying? Just like playing running back. There's more to it than just running the ball and going out on screen passes.
Yeah. Hey, man, you absolutely right. Hey, and I'm gonna give you your roses too, man, because my OG right here, man, like if I ever miss anything, he be on me. And more importantly, if I go a couple too many hours without going live, my OG gonna hit me with that West Coast, you good? Because see, he right down the street from me. So worst case scenario, he gonna jump in that car and get on that 10. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I just named Wing live today. So I want to let you know I appreciate you, man. I want to give you your roses, man. You hear me, OG? All right, I'm gonna let him go. OG with technology. You know how I be sometimes. Y'all know how I be sometimes. I ain't making fun of nobody because my grandma know she a fool with that technology. When my computer break, I take it to my grandmother.
Well,
all
listen, right. I'm gonna say something positive, right?
Real quick. 601, you're up next. Go ahead. Go ahead, Henny.
Oh yeah. Now I was gonna say something positive. Like OG said, go back and look at their first seasons. Like they were in the same situation, and Dalton Schultz eventually became who he is. Like Dalton Schultz only had 17 targets, 12 catches, 116 yards. He didn't even score a touchdown in 2018. So like I'm not saying that Hendershot or Ferg will never be a guy like Dalton Schultz. I'm just saying like it's going to take time. Like it took Dalton Schultz year 3 before he was productive. So like this is a faster rollover than it was for even Dalton Schultz.
Hey, how long did it take, Jake? Do these two things for me. How long did it take for Kelsey to have? How long? What round was Kelsey drafted in?
Travis Kelce, like 3rd or 4th, something like that. Let me look. He might have even been the 5th round. No,
listen to me. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna switch gears on this tight end thing. I'm about to do an abrupt subject change on this tight end thing. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. The Dallas Cowboys protect their quarterback, and the Dallas Cowboys run the damn ball. You should be throwing to your wide receivers.
Mm-hmm. He was a 3rd round pick, 63rd pick overall.
You should be throwing to your wide receivers more anyway. So let me get 601 because I don't want him to think I'm not. I'm 601. It's your boy West Coast. 601. It's your boy West Coast. Talk to me. 601. 601.
What's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Hey, thank you for being patient. I'm sorry. I'll be talking sometime, man.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yo.
I can hear you, OG.
Yo.
We got you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
We can hear you, brother.
Oh, for sure.
Go ahead, Kinfolk. Talk to us.
I got a little bit of lag, man. My bad.
That's all good.
Hey, hang up. Your service may not be good. Hang up and call right back. I got you. I promise you I'm going to let you back in. Hang up and call right back, 601. I think he was on hold too long and then his service messed up. That's my part. 206, it's your boy West Coast. Talk to me. 206, it's your boy West Coast. Talk to me.
Hello?
Hello, it's your boy West Coast. Talk to me. Hello? Hello. Yeah, nobody want to talk to me. All right, y'all call back. I don't know what's going on, but y'all call back. But yo, go ahead. But this is Action Pal calling. He says depends on what quarterback is there, right? Hey, Action Pal, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I'm trying to think I've been covering the Cowboys 7 years now. I try to think less about what I would do and more about what the Joneses would do. The reason why I think the Joneses might do it is because of this. I think 601, it's your boy West Coast. 601. 601, it's your boy West Coast. Talk to me. I don't know. His phone is tripping. All right, 206. 206, your boy West Coast. Talk to me. I'm going to close it and then close it back up. It might be me. Y'all know it might be me sometimes, so. Yeah, it might be me, so listen. But let me finish my point. I'm going to get it back up. It might be me, yo. So you never know. Sometimes it do be me. All right, but this is what I was saying. This is why I was saying why I think the Cowboys might be interested in drafting a quarterback in the first round is because of this. The Cowboys have to go back to the negotiation table with one Dak Prescott next year, right? Mm-hmm. And me personally, I don't know if Jerry Jones is going to want to go back to that negotiation
There
table.
are 2 participants in the conference.
All right, Marvin, can you hear me?
Hello?
All right, there we go.
Hello?
Yes, 206. Can you hear me?
This thing.
601. Can you hear me? 601. Can you hear me? Damn, I don't know what the hell's going on. These just them. Hey, somebody else call me so I can make sure it ain't me. But let me y'all give me 2 seconds and I'll
Goodbye.
I'm gonna close that all the way down and then we'll come back. All right, but what was we talking about? The drafting a quarterback. The reason why I said I think the Cowboys might be interested in doing this because I don't know if the Cowboys want to go back to the negotiation table with Dak Prescott next year, right? So you draft a quarterback in the first round, you get 5 years of contract with that said dude. So it could technically be a guy that necessarily isn't even like a top quarterback because you have Dak Prescott guaranteed to be under contract for the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So would I draft a quarterback? No. The reason why I wouldn't draft a quarterback is because I don't know how my quarterback will respond to that. Mm-hmm. Like everybody don't respond well to that. I remember LeBron James started talking about trading everybody from the Lakers, and guess what, man? Dudes start missing shots and missing layups and some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't even want to. I wouldn't in a season like this. Me personally, I wouldn't even want to take a chance on it.
There are 2 participants in the conference.
But I definitely believe that the Dallas Cowboys will at least get a quarterback at some point.
Yeah, and listen, they should draft a quarterback, just not in the first round. Because listen, like you can't use the 26 overall pick when I'm trying to make to the NFC Championship game this year. I can't get a player at number 26 that's not even going to play for 2 years. Like you get a quarterback, like they're not going to sit Dak Prescott down because he still got a bunch of money, guaranteed on that contract. So like he's going to play. And I think that he'll play damn good, right? In this system, he'll put up good numbers. And listen, them drafting a quarterback it would be stupid just because they would be them trying to manufacture leverage that they know they don't have. Even if they draft a quarterback, you can't do anything with Dak Prescott. If y'all can't come to an agreement, he's just going to be on the team and getting $55 million for one season. So like you have no leverage. You know you can't cut him because you'll destroy your cap.
Facts.
You know you can't trade him because you will not waive no trade clause.
Facts.
And you know you will not sit him because you know you do not want to lose that many games if you already drafted the quarterback in the first round. So yes, no, you have nothing. There's nothing you can hold over Dak Prescott's head unless you found out that he has a sex tape that you can leak on him or something.
But think about this. Think about this though. That almost might be another reason why the Dallas Cowboys feel like they need to draft a quarterback early. Because right now you don't have any leverage. The only thing you have behind Dak Prescott is Cooper Rush. And let's just be real with you, right? I want everybody to understand I am not pushing for the Dallas Cowboys to draft a quarterback. I am only speaking because these are the type of things that teams like to do. You know what I'm saying? Look at when the boy Jordan Love was drafted. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers was still on that roster. He was still a guy that was looked to be the quarterback for the next burial or whatever.
Won multiple MVPs after they drafted him.
Yeah, and still did it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the only reason why. And then also you got to remember, what is Dak Prescott's cap hit next year?
Let me go tell you. I will give you the exact number because it's something outrageous.
Yeah, because listen to me. I'm just thinking of what is some crazy thing. What's the craziest thing that the Dallas Cowboys could do in this draft? And that would be draft a quarterback at 26.
Yeah, that is the craziest thing you could do. So yeah.
We're
not saying it's likely, but they do crazy shit.
Think about this. Think about this though. With the fact that Dak is probably going to miss a game, you know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't played a game, he hasn't played a full season in 3 years. So there's a really good chance that he's going to miss a game. So that means that if you draft a kid, he's probably going to play, right? So that means you'll have some film on him to go into that and say something like, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. I don't know if the Cowboys will draft a quarterback at 26, but I know for sure Dak Prescott's not going to play on a 1-year deal for $55 million next year.
No, it's not $55 million. It's 59.4. So it's almost 60 million.
And I'm going to tell you this right now.
Million.
I don't want no Max Duggan. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I don't like these guys that Jerry Jones gets all enamored with. Like, I don't like those guys. Like, there's better quarterbacks than Max Duggan. I don't think Max is going to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe if he's on this team that the Dallas Cowboys will try to use his name because he's a Texas kid and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what I think, but I'm saying this. How do you get Dak Prescott to come off that $59 million next year? How do you get him to come off of it? Because that's more than the franchise tag. And he has no trade cost. So you can't just be like, well, Dak, if you don't trade it, I'll trade you, because you can't trade him.
He'll laugh at you.
So my question is this: how do you get Dak Prescott to come off that $59 million? And think about this: even if you be like, I'm not gonna play, you still gotta pay it.
Yep. And listen, Dak Prescott is a young. He only be like 30, 31 millionaire living in Dallas, and he a bachelor. Like, he will not give a damn about not playing
for 59. Bro, listen to me. You gonna tell me that I gotta sit at home for a year and collect $59 million? Like,
Russell Wilson agreed to where he wanted to be traded. He wanted to go to Denver. So he waived his no trade clause to go somewhere he wanted. Like, Dak Prescott does not want to go anywhere. And that's the thing. Like Tyrone Church, like that'll be the last year of his deal. The only way to rework his contract is to give him an extension, and that's the issue at hand. Like, Dak Prescott is not going to take a team friendly deal. Dak Prescott is going to reset the market again in probably annual money, right? He'll go out and get $49-50 million annually, because that's going to be the market for quarterbacks by the time it's time to pay him. So the reason this is only a scenario is because Jerry Jones has no leverage. He has no leverage, and when people have no leverage in negotiation, they get desperate. They get desperate and they do crazy shit. That's the only thing we're saying. Like, I don't think that they should do it because it's stupid. But like Jerry Jones has done crazy stuff before.
Somebody said he said $59 million will be the new $40 million. Yeah, in like 10 years. But there's nobody in football making $59 million. I don't think there's nobody in the NBA that's making $59 million in 1 year. I don't even think there's nobody in baseball. That boy in San Diego, he got 10 years for $350. That's only like $35 million a year. $59 million for one season would arguably probably be the biggest contract in NFL history. For 1 year, that would be the big. There's nobody making that. There's nobody in any professional. That's some Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's making that. That boy playing in Egypt now though.
It don't matter. Like
that boy had to go to bruh. He making that type of money.
I'll go to Egypt for that kind of money.
And then think about this, fellas. Even if it was J SoCal, we got to find a subject we can agree on. You know what I'm saying? Can we agree on this, J SoCal? That even if that is the new $40 million, the owner of our team, Jerry Jones, he's not going to pay that. He's not going to pay that. He's not going to pay Dak Prescott a 1-year season for $59 million. He's not going to pay that. You know what I'm saying? Now think about this. If you listen to me, fellas, you can't restructure guy. If you restructure someone, you can only restructure what's on the deal. Dak only has 2 more years on the deal. So a restructure can only.
And you already restructured Dak. That's why the cap hit is next year what it is.
And also, I was just about to say it. Also, we already restructured Dak. So this is after we restructured him. We just restructured Dak last week. So this is the new deal. This is what it is. So Dak will have a $59 million cap hit next year unless they do what? They're going to have to try to extend him. But that's why I'm trying to say, like, we saw what happened in Dak's first contract. Think about this. When Dak Prescott next year, he will literally be in the same situation he was in when he was going through his first year with the first contract. And guess what they did? They franchise tagged him. They didn't give him and then they franchise tagged him the next year. So that's why I'm saying, like, listen, we are all in agreement. Dak is our quarterback, but I'm just saying, if the Dallas Cowboys were to draft a quarterback in the first round, it would literally be drafting a quarterback to get out from under that contract, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're not saying that they should do it. We're not saying any of that. We're saying
I want to win a Super Bowl, bro. I want to win. I use the 26th pick to get me a player that's going to win me a Super Bowl.
Yeah, get 26th pick to get somebody that's going to play this year. Like, like Jerry Jones do crazy things like, you like draft a player for leverage or sign a player for leverage and stuff. Right. So, like they do crazy stuff like that all the time. And we're just saying, like they might do something crazy like that. I don't think they should, because that doesn't earn every penny. It's smarter to just extend him, be ahead of the curve for once in your life. Right. Because the reason that you're ended up paying Dak $40 million a year, not 30, is because you drag your feet 2 years consecutively and giving him a contract extension. So,
yeah. And I'm gonna and listen to me. Listen to me, fellas. I understand that we feel that there's not a quarterback that's going to be worthy of us drafting, but listen to me. You got to think like this. If you know you have Dak under contract for the next 2 years, he doesn't have to be worthy right now. He can sit for 2 years. He can literally sit. But this is what I need. We're not thinking. I want y'all to think like Jerry Jones in the organization. Think like Jerry Jones in this organization. If the Dallas Cowboys were to take a quarterback in the first round or even in the second round, because there's what? If you draft a quarterback in the first round or the second round, because the pick 26 is damn near the second round. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you pick a quarterback in the second round, it's basically the same thing. The only difference is you have 4 years instead of 5. But if you keep it real, I'm going to just be real with y'all. And y'all know that's my favorite statement. You probably need to draft a quarterback in the second round, because the Dallas Cowboys don't do well with contract negotiation with their current players. Like, these guys aren't just getting paid right out the gate like that. Trevon Diggs is listen to me. We can all look at how they're going to handle Trevon Diggs. He's in the same situation Dak is in right now. Is he gotten paid? Have they talked about him? I don't really look at it. And I'm going to tell you this right now. The Dallas Cowboys have been wired to every damn quarterback. Think about this. The Cowboys have been putting out more information on quarterback than any other position. If you had to say right now, what is the one position that you have heard more conversation with the Dallas Cowboys? It's what? Quarterback. Behind that, I would probably say tight end because of what happened with Schultz, with the Darnell Washington. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that there's a guy that could be there, but I'm just saying, I think the Dallas Cowboys, knowing that you're not going to pay, you'd want to pay Dak. Because my thing is, what if Dak say no? Where does that leave you? You kind of stuck. And I'm going to tell y'all this right now. I do not want to be stuck with Cooper Rush. The Dallas Cowboys got to have some type of leverage. So I do believe, I don't believe you should use your first round pick. But think about this, bro. Our last second round picks have all have been guess guys. They've all been guess guys. You know what I'm saying? They were all taking chance guys. Like, what's the worst case scenario? You draft Kelvin Joseph again? Like, come on, bro. What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, man. And for the people that are a little hearing impaired in the comment box, not once in our life did we say that this is going to happen. We said that is a crazy scenario that the Dallas Cowboys could do in drafting a quarterback in the first round. Not once did we guarantee it would happen. Not once did we agree that should happen. Not once did we slander OG Dak Prescott, who is the Eagle Killer. We said that something crazy that the Dallas Cowboys could do with pick 26 is draft a quarterback to get leverage. That is what we said. We said it was crazy, and we prefaced it as such. So if you're still in here talking about where we get our info from, that is direct shot at your ass, Marvin. I still love you. You're my guy. But that's direct shot at you. Like, you're just not listening. We're just having a friendly conversation because it's the off season. It's a slow news cycle. And we just all want to come in here and have a friendly conversation about the Dallas Cowboys and its possibilities in the off season.
Yes, sir.
Now, outside of that, though, like, we're talking about realistic picks at 26 and what we would like to see.
Stop real quick. Because OD, a.k.a. the Pooh Shiesty Cowboy, just said, plus Dak has a no tag clause, so we might draft a quarterback in the next 2 years. Because think about this, bro. Dak literally controls what happens at the quarterback position for the next 2 years.
Yes, easily. He got very.
You can't trade him, and you have to pay him for the next 2 years.
Yeah, and Todd Francis was very thorough when he made that.
And then think about this. I'm gonna tell you why I almost can guarantee the Cowboys are gonna draft a quarterback early, bro. Because after next year, if you can't tag him, he's automatically a free agent. If you don't get a contract with him next year, he's automatically a free agent.
Yep. So listen,
hey, Pooh Shiesty of the Cowboy Nation, boy. OTP, man, phenomenal point, boy.
It's a good point, but I also think it's stupid to draft a quarterback still, because you should just extend the top 10 quarterback that you got on your roster.
As long as he should be the quarterback at least the next 5 years.
At least the next 5 years, because he's not even 30 years old yet. For one, he's put up top 10 production since he's been in the league. He's second all time in career touchdown passes for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, he set the passing record for a single season in Dallas Cowboys history. Set the career rushing touchdown record for Dallas Cowboys quarterback. It's top 10 in completion percentage all time. It's top 10 in TD to interception ratio all time. Top 10 in passer rating all time. So, I'm just saying, like, when you think about what Dak Prescott is, like, he deserves every damn dollar, right? So, like, the scenario that we're talking about, I don't agree with. Like, you should not, try and go here, play games with the roster, just get a deal done with Dak Prescott because he's that dude. But, I'm just saying, like, get the deal done, draft a player that can actually play for you this season, right? We need to be having conversations about if a wide receiver falls, right, should we draft him because we only got 2 years of Brandon Cook? Or if the best, like, if Joey Porter's there at 26, do you still draft him because you only got a year of Stephon Gilmore? Like, those are like conversations you should have in the draft. It shouldn't be, the Dallas Cowboys might draft this quarterback and get leverage over the quarterback they got. They don't want to pay him, so they're gonna try to, like, I hate that. I hate that, that's even a thought. Because Jerry Jones is shiesty. Like, Jerry Jones do stupid stuff like that. But, like, those are more realistic conversations we would like to have. But, we have to speak about that because it's not being talked about. Marvin, what you say, Kenfo? Let's see, my guy.
Yeah, I think I might have hit something wrong on my call thing.
Exactly. Yeah, he ain't they don't like him.
I'm gonna try to fix the call-in line so I can get some folks in. But yeah, man, hey, y'all didn't piss Henny off, man. Y'all better leave Henny alone. PDX Cowboy fans says, how do you guys feel about McDonald? Do we need to trade back for his work? He says another pass rusher would be great, lethal. D, what are your thoughts? I think Law Nation just put out a film on him. I think that's why his name is kind of bubbling in the nation right now. My boy Sugar Daddy says, in your opinion, says, I'm over here on LandLord, just reading through these comments. See if any questions. Aaron Rodgers, if he signs with the Jets, Jordan made $35 million 20 years ago. They owe him that money. All right, so yeah, man. So yo, like that's one thing that we're always gonna do is like we're always gonna talk through everything. You know what I'm saying? We're always gonna talk through everything. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was important for us to kind of talk through this conversation on if the Dallas Cowboys would, because I think, you know, that $59 million, I mean, that puts everybody in a pressing situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we love the Cowboys, but we also know the Cowboys. And I feel like this, you know, with the release of Ezekiel Elliott, with the trade of Amari Cooper, with the release of Dez Bryant, with the release of Tony Romo, bro. Listen to me, they will release Dak Prescott, or not. They won't release him, but they will move on to him.
If they could, they would.
If they could, they would. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I think we would be foolish to be sitting up here thinking that the Dallas Cowboys are not thinking about exactly what we're thinking right now, because $59 million is hanging over their head exactly in one calendar year.
Starter kid funny. He said, "Pick Ben DiNucci back up." LOL. Oh shit.
My boy Joe says, "I don't want another quarterback. I want Dak. He's Dak for a long time." How do you guys feel about McDonald?
Yeah, I want Dak for at least the next. Matter of fact, let's push it up because quarterbacks are playing at a high level to damn near 40 now. I want to keep Dak like Dak. Sign a lifetime contract. Sign 7 years, $700 million or something. Like, let's give Dak a retarded, ridiculous.
How old is he?
Dak Prescott. He ain't gonna be 30 until the season starts, if I'm not mistaken, or right before the season starts.
At least 6 years, 6 to 7 years, man.
Yeah, like keep Dak Prescott in the building. Because that's where we are. We're pro Dak. We want Dak on the team. We just know this funny business when big money comes around with the Cowboys. We know it's funny business.
PDX says, I think we should just stick with Dak for 2 more years and be free of his salary, but you're also going to be free of his production.
Right. Let me ask you a question. What if in these next 2 years, right, in this new offense, let's say Dak Prescott go crazy. What if Dak Prescott, like on the low end, I'm not even saying win a championship.
This year we're screwed.
No, I wasn't even gonna go that far. I said, what if Dak Prescott makes 2 consecutive All-Pro selections and go to the NFC Championship game both years, and he plays good in both games, and there's something crazy that happened that we lose?
And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm gonna tell you another reason why I said if we win a Super Bowl, we screw, because bruh, if you win a Super Bowl, that $59 million gets legitimized, because now you're talking about getting rid of a Super Bowl champion. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Dak is in probably the best situation a quarterback could ever be in. And worst case scenario, you got to pay him $59 million to be free of him. Like, how is that a punishment in any way? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, the Cowboys, if you're the Cowboys, the only Hail Mary that you really can do right now, honestly, is get a rookie quarterback in here. See, he's gonna play at some point. Hopefully he plays well. And then guess what? You still want Dak, because think about this. If we go to the playoffs this year, Dak may not want to get traded, but there's going to be some teams offering him some crazy stuff that will probably want to pay a guy that has 3 straight playoff appearances. Like, that's Patrick. I mean, Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl, obviously, but I don't think there's too many there'll probably be like 3 quarterbacks that's doing what Dak's doing.
Right. You can't even say Aaron Rodgers. He just missed.
And Aaron Rodgers just missed the playoffs.
And listen,
missed the playoffs his first season, so he only been to playoffs 2 years in a row. So I know there's a quarterback. I know there's a team. If a team traded for Russell Wilson and gave him that ridiculous deal, I know for a fact if Dak balls out this year, a team will freaking put a package together and give the Cowboys a ridiculous deal and then pay him ridiculous amount of money. Why? Because Russell Wilson was not even playing well when he got $245 million.
Yeah, that's actually what we're going to say. Like, Russell Wilson has not won a Super Bowl in over a decade. Aaron Rodgers has not won a Super Bowl in over a decade, right? Matthew Stafford, when he got traded for he got traded for like 2 first-round picks, he had never won a playoff game.
He got a new contract.
Yeah, he had never won a playoff game when they traded for Matthew Stafford. So, you know, like, he said Dak will have restructured that contract again if he wants to keep the people around him long term. But that's the thing, like, you can't. Like, it's a 1-year deal. So unless they change some of it into a signing bonus or something to try and lower the cap hit, but you can only lower it so much by doing that. Listen, it's still $59 million at the end of the day. So, like, he's still gonna get paid that even with a restructure. Jerry Jones don't really want to pay somebody $59 million at all, let alone paying some of it, you know, from here, paying some of it from there. It's not even about a cap thing. It's about Jerry Jones is not trying to pay $59 million for anything at one time.
Anybody. And Double R says, let's say Dak has another 16 pick season, then what will everybody say? Because if it happens, God, I hope not, but it could like Dak, but lost 2 playoff games. Facts. I'm gonna tell you this, Double R. I'm gonna tell you what Dak would be. He would be Josh Allen.
Good point.
That's what he would be. But think about this: Josh Allen lost to a team that had a better seeding than him. Dak Prescott was on the road for the second week in a row trying to beat the number 1 defense on the road. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not saying you can't be mad at your quarterback for those picks, but I'm just saying, like, Dak was still playing the number 1 defense in all the NFL on the road. And I'm gonna tell you, there's such an arrogance about Cowboy fans that we just expect to beat the 49ers that we just didn't even care that we were on the road in San Francisco trying to beat the number 1 defense. And guess what? Vegas had us -5. So even Vegas thought we were going to lose by at least 5. We lost by 6. Like, we were the legitimate underdogs in that game. Now, I know Cowboy pride says, I don't care. We have this. We are supposed to be. Yes, but they were still the number 2 overall seed in the entire damn freaking NFL, in the entire NFC.
Yeah, I mean, they were better at every position outside of quarterback.
Outside
of quarterback, they were better at every position. They had the better defense. They had and corner. I say corner, but they had a better tight end,
better linebackers.
You could make an argument that they had a better. No, I know for a fact they had a better receiving core because we only had CeeDee Lamb. So
better tight end,
better offensive line.
The only thing that we really went into that game that was flat out better than was our quarterback, because their running back situation is better than ours.
Yeah, because they had Christian McCaffrey,
who's busting.
Yeah, then you can't, because we love our guys, but Ezekiel Elliott was nicked, and
Tony Pollard didn't play.
Then Tony Pollard got hurt halfway through the game.
Tony Pollard had 4 carries and got hurt. They have a better wide receiver in the court. They had Ayuk and freaking Deebo Samuel, who's all pro. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Cowboys, he says to a rookie quarterback against our defense. And I'm gonna tell you, our defense did their job against that rookie quarterback, because that rookie quarterback did not look well. Like, y'all got to remember, bro, like, that rookie quarterback looked bad, bro. Like, we give too much credit to the fact that they won the game, but our defense did their job, bro. Like, I think they only gave up 1 offensive touchdown, right? They gave up the 1. They gave up the 1 to Christian McCaffrey on the inside. And think about this, they gave you 2 turnovers. So it's like, what more else is your defense supposed to do? Now, yes, I agree. They should have, Trevon Diggs should have caught the interception, but god dang, man, it's a whole lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, they ended up rushing.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now: you can't get to the Super Bowl with Dak Prescott, just like the Rams got to the Super Bowl and won with Matthew Stafford, who led the league in interceptions. Y'all just need to calm down, man.
He threw 17.
Matthew Stafford threw 17 interceptions and won the Super Bowl the same year.
Eli Manning had 20 turnovers the year that he won the Super Bowl. Brett Favre had 20 turnovers the year that he won his Super Bowl. Like, you can go down the list. There's plenty of guys. Hell, the best season of Tony Romo's career, he threw 19 interceptions.
Facts. My boy Double R says, West Coast, any given Sunday, how in the hell did we get there if Cowboys are so bad? Listen to me, man. Step out of the fandom, bro. Come on, man. I didn't say the Cowboys were so bad. I just said realistically, if you could take the 49ers running game or the Cowboys running game, who would you take? Double R. I just want Double R. Who would you take? If you could take their running game or our running game, who would you take? You would probably take San Francisco. Okay. If you could take 49ers, if you're building a team, the 49ers wide receiving core last year versus ours. Ours was CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, T.Y. Hilton. They had Deebo Samuel. They had Deebo Samuel's all pro. They had freaking
Ayuk had 1,000 yards.
Ayuk had 1,000 yards. Then they had I forget the third wide receiver, but that 2 is enough. Tight end. Come on now. We know their tight ends better than our tight ends. Like, listen to me, y'all. When I talk like this, man, I'm not trying to like put the Cowboys down. We're just being factual. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. It doesn't swerve the point that the Cowboys are the great team and we still want to win. We do, but we still got to be realistic too. You know what I'm saying? And let's just be real. They have the number 1 defense in football, so we ain't got to say whose defense is better. The NFL said their defense was better than our defense.
The numbers say that their defense was better than our defense. Right, not even the NFL, like the actual production they put out on film said that they were the better overall defense, and apparently that's true. But when we played, they shut us down 2 years in a row. Also, Starter Kit said that hope Diggs don't hold out this year, but I understand if he does, he deserves to get paid. If Trayvon Diggs is smart, he holds out. You don't play on a 1-year deal when you're an all pro player. That's asking for disaster, because if he goes out there, play for $2 million and get nicked and is never the same, he loses the opportunity to become the highest paid cornerback in the NFL, because if he gets hurt, nobody's going to pay him that.
Nope. And oh my God, bro, if he gets hurt, you're gonna have to play on a 1-year deal somewhere, bro.
OTD pot. I'm sorry. Let me read this real quick, then we'll jump back on the subject. He said, "I don't care about picks. Tony was throwing one every week, but that man was a dog. He was Mr. Comeback. You damn right."
Tony said, "If you ain't throwing interceptions, you ain't trying."
You're trying. Real talk.
But go ahead. What was we talking about?
We were talking about Diggs not needing to play on that one on that last year of his contract.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you this right now. What Diggs really should see is this: if I play on a 1-year deal and I get hurt, they're gonna franchise tag me. You want to know why? Because they just did it to Tony Pollard. So if you're Trevon Diggs, if you what's the franchise tag for corner?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's like $19 million. But let me just be factual.
My boy Ashton Powell said, "Bruh, he literally got the organization by the nuts." Dak does, bruh. Dak does, because he can't look at me. You can't trade him.
Can't cut him.
You can't cut him.
Can't tag him.
You can't franchise tag him. He has a $59 million guarantee cap hit, and he's making how much this year? Dak's gonna probably make $100 million, damn near. He's gonna get 59 from him next year, and probably like 4. Bro, he's gonna make like 100 this year. In the next 2 years, Dak is gonna make $100 million off the Cowboys.
Yep, he turned part of his cap hit this year into a bonus.
Bro, I know for a fact they working. I know for a fact Cowboys gonna draft him. I need to make a video on that so I can piss the nation off. But I need to get that out there.
But the tag for the cornerback is $18.1 million.
So at the most, Trayvon Diggs, you're gonna get, if you get hurt and they do you the exact same way they did Tony Pollard, you're gonna make at the most $4 million, because it's like with it's $2 million with incentives, it goes up to 4. So it's like at the most, say he gets all his incentives and gets hurt. So $4 million plus 18 over the next 2 years, you're gonna make $22 million. Think about this. You can make that all in 1 year on a new deal. That could be your salary. I mean, I just don't see. I can't wait till after the draft, because after the draft is when you're gonna have mini camps, and because right now you can't hold out from anything. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make. I'm saying the Cowboys, they still have time to get an opportunity around, right? So he can't really hold out right now, because to hold out, there has to be something you say, like people say, I'm a boycott drinking. Well, West Coast, you don't drink. Well, okay, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that. All right.
There's nothing to be present, absent from, because now this is their vacation time. They chilling. They in the Caribbeans. They at the booty clubs in Houston. They in Atlanta with the last Migo. They out here chilling.
Oh man, RIP Takeoff.
RIP to Takeoff, man.
But yeah, man. But what the hell is we talking about?
We talking about there's nothing for him to hold out from right now.
Oh yeah. But that's why I can't wait. That's why I can't wait till after the draft, because after the draft, that's when they're gonna actually have mini camps, and then when mini camps start, that's when he'll actually have something to be like, no, I'm not coming, and then that's when the Cowboys can be like, ooh, okay. But I just want y'all to know the groundwork has already been set, and I've already been telling y'all I definitely believe he should. And it'd be crazy if that Porter kid is there at 26. Like, say if the Cowboys get like a kid at 26, like a Porter kid with the Cowboys, that'd be crazy, man.
I mean, and listen, that still don't mean don't pay Trayvon Diggs, because you only got Stephon Gilmore for a year.
Facts. That's true. And to be honest with you, you want to have Diggs and a young guy. Gilmore's a Band-Aid.
Mm-hmm. And that's a fact. And listen, if Gilmore plays good, give him another 1-year deal or something. If you don't get somebody, but you would prefer, like, that's the best case scenario. You already have a all-pro cornerback. Then you can bring in the young guy to learn from Trayvon Diggs, because he'll be a veteran. Like, he's a veteran player. This is gonna be his 4th year. It's gonna be his 4th year. So like Trayvon Diggs is a vet. Like he is your vet. You don't need to have no other old heads. Like you got Stephon Gilmore here this year, right? That to help him take another step. But after this season, he's the vet.
Yeah. Hey, D Johnson says Cowboys. Listen to me. If anybody can handle everybody, I know I made the statement about, you don't bring a quarterback, you don't know how he respond. I'm gonna keep it real. I think I know how Dak would respond if you brought another quarterback in. I think he would respond the same way he responded in 2016 when he had Tony the Goat Romo hanging over his shoulder. Because remember, Tony was healthy week 7. Dak still went out there after week 7 and won what? He won 6 straight games after Tony Romo came back. So I think if anybody can handle the pressure of having a guy behind him, I think it's Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Take your job. Dak Prescott's always been the backup quarterback, waited for someone to get hurt, took his opportunity and seized it and never gave you the keys back. You know what I'm saying? So if
high school, college, and the NFL.
Yeah, so if anybody can handle it, man, that boy Dak Prescott came back off a torn ACL, came back and had the best season he's ever had in his NFL career. 38 touchdowns. How many interceptions? Like 11 interceptions.
10
interceptions. That boy went dumb, bro. He went dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Also, you know what? If I was ever playing in front of Dak Prescott, like I would have to pray because I didn't know something horrible gonna happen to my head.
Either that or he's setting it up himself. Quan own Cowboy OWN Cowboy Sports says that's because he's been letting them pay him less than what he's supposed to be getting paid. That is a really good point. And that's a really good point. That's part of the reason why I don't believe Dak Prescott is going to be very like open to just take a friend because he's already taken a team friendly deal.
Yeah, 4th round pick, man. He only made like $2 million the first 4 years of his NFL career.
And then his second deal was like, man, that whole contract, Russell Wilson got in guaranteed money. That whole contract was $160 million. Russell got like $140 in guaranteed. That mess is crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm. Then Daniel Jones just got Dak Prescott contract with the opportunity to make more in incentives.
Daniel Jones makes $5 million more than Dak Prescott right now. And Daniel Jones hasn't beat. And what is Daniel Jones' record versus Dak?
He never beat Dak Prescott.
So think about this. Imagine being a quarterback, Dak Prescott, going in the season to go play a quarterback that makes $5 million in a year and plays in your same division, the division that determines you going to the playoffs, and that guy's never beat you before. Dak Prescott's going to think about this. Even if Daniel Jones makes $5 million more than Dak and he makes $45 million, I would think Dak wants at least what $5 million more than him. Well, guess what? That puts Dak at what $50 million.
Mm-hmm. And he deserves it.
It's ugly next year. I hope we win a Super Bowl next year because that's the only way they're gonna. Bro, if they don't win a Super Bowl next year, we don't win a Super Bowl this year. They're gonna try to use that as every reason for some weird stuff. We gotta win a Super Bowl this year because they gotta pay him, bro. And he needs that. Dak needs that chip in this because if you get a Super Bowl, bro, they're gonna pay you. They're gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? I got faith they'll pay you. But man, if you don't, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Don't be surprised. I think they figure out a way to get that TCU kid on this team too, especially if he don't get drafted.
Oh yeah, like if he an undrafted free agent, it's easy. No way Dallas pays a quarterback $50 million. Well, they won't have a quarterback because that's going to be the market. Y'all said the same thing, but the Dallas Cowboys would never pay a quarterback $40 million, and they did it because listen, they don't get a choice in this stuff. Because if you have a quarterback that's good enough to win you games and win you a Super Bowl, then you have to have a quarterback that's good enough to do it. And listen, the cap goes up every year, right? Like all you got to do, like every other team do, is backload the contract. You talk about Diggs and Parsons coming up, that doesn't mean anything. You can give them extensions because Michael Parsons was a 1st round pick, right? He has this year and then his 5th year option, plus whatever years you add on to it with an extension, right? So you'll be fine with that. Like you can extend him and worry about paying him like 3-4 years down the line because the big money is not gonna kick in until later. Same thing with Trayvon Diggs. If you extend him now, you got this year, and then the next year will be pretty cap friendly. The year after that will be pretty cap friendly. Then the big cap numbers will come in the final 2 years of the contract. It was a 4-year deal. So, like extensions, they're usually always backloaded. That's why Dak Prescott, even though he was a $40 million a year quarterback, he only made $17 million the first year of that contract. He only made $19 million the second year of that contract. So, on paper, $40 million a year. The way the contract broke up, 2 very cap-friendly years, then you backload the contract.
Facts. He hit that on the head, square on the head. All right, man. Well, shoot, man. We've been on here 2 hours, man. I'm gonna go live later on today, man. So, man, let them know where they can find you at HTM. Shout out to I'm gonna shout out to everybody that's watching on Landlord Sports over there too. I see all you over there. Double R, appreciate you. Clarence and people, Sugar Daddy and Jameson T, appreciate y'all for watching. Matt Batten, I see you over there too, my boy.
Hey, you headed to the open bar. Make sure you come by the liquor store too, man. Get you a bottle on the way out. Drive responsibly. Unless you see an Eagles fan, you can damn sure run them over. But God bless. I'll be back on later. I'll be back on in a little bit, man. I'll probably take a little siesta. I'll be back on in a couple hours. But I appreciate y'all for the love and support. And I'll be back.
And you guys already know what it is. I appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all. Never look down because stars up. Peace.